This video does contain spoilers, so spoiler alert. Alright, so I will talk about my top 10 favorite animated show, movies, and special episodes. Now for this list, I am including both movies and special episodes on the same list. Also, for this list, one pick per franchise. Also, my opinion has changed a lot over the years, so this list might not be permanent. Number 10, Trouble in Tokyo from Teen Titans. In this movie, the 5 Titans, which are Robin, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Starfire, and Raven, all visit Tokyo. And I do find this movie to be both really cool and really interesting. In my opinion, this movie has interesting stuff between both Robin and Starfire. There is even a scene where Robin and Starfire kiss each other in the rain. I also think this movie has really nice action in it. Overall, this is a great cartoon movie in my opinion, and I feel that it deserves to be on top 10. Number 9, the SpongeBob Squarepants movie. This was the very first SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Like, this movie came out after Season 3 of SpongeBob SquarePants. In this movie, King Neptune's crown is stolen, and both SpongeBob and Patrick set out to find the crown and retrieve it to King Neptune. This is a very awesome cartoon movie in my opinion. I also really like the soundtrack in this movie. Including songs like Goofy Goober Rock, Best Day Ever, and more. To me, this is a very awesome Nickelodeon movie. Number 8, A Charlie Brown Christmas. A Charlie Brown Christmas is definitely one of my absolute favorite Christmas specials. I have the most respect for Charlie Brown in this episode. In fact, I probably have the most respect for Charlie Brown in the entire Peanuts franchise. In this episode, Charlie Brown gets tired of commercialism, and I respect him for that, because Christmas is more than just about the presents. Christmas is way more than just about the presents. So that is why I respect Charlie Brown for being tired of commercialism. One of the reasons why I think this one deserves to be on this list is because of how smart it is. I find this to be a great cartoon classic. Number 7, Naruto, the movie, Ninja Clash in the Land of Snow. This is the first anime movie on this list. And I think that, I think that this anime movie has really nice action in it. This movie involves Team 7 rescuing a actress from killers. I do think that the action in this movie is awesome. Naruto using Rasengan in this movie, I find it to be really awesome. In my opinion, Naruto the movie, Ninja Clash in the Land of Snow, is definitely one of the best movies in the entire Naruto franchise. I think the action in this movie is really awesome, with jutsu, explosions, and the animation. This is a very awesome anime movie in my opinion, and I feel that it belongs on top 7 on this list. Number 6, a regular epic final battle, The Power from Regular Show. This is one of the saddest cartoon finales ever in my opinion. In this episode, Pops sacrifices himself by taking himself and his brother Anti-Pops to the sun, and they both die, and it gets really sad. Mr. Maylard also dies in this episode as well. It is a really sad cartoon finale in my opinion. I also really love this episode. This is one of the best cartoon finales ever in my opinion. So yeah, I really like this cartoon finale, but I also find it to be really sad. this is still a awesome finale in my opinion. I also feel that this finale belongs on the top 6 on this list. Number 5. Operation Interviews from Codename Kids Next Door. Another cartoon finale makes it onto this list. This cartoon finale is also another one of those cartoon finales that I find to be sad. In this episode, Nigel leaves both his friends and his family. And it is really, really sad. I find this cartoon episode both to be really sad and really awesome. This finale also has live-action scenes in it. Overall, this is a very awesome cartoon finale in my opinion, and I feel that it deserves to be on the top 5 on this list. Number 4, Destination Imagination from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. In this special, a toy box is dropped off at Foster's. And inside of the box is a imaginable world. So yeah, I do believe that Destination Imagination is the right name for this special. Frankie goes inside of the box because she wants to get a imaginary friend out of there. Blue, Mac, Walt, Eduardo, and Coco all go inside of the box and look for Frankie. And Frankie wants to stay inside of the box because she is tired of working hard at Foster's. This is a great cartoon movie in my opinion. This movie is also nostalgic to me because Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is one of those shows from my childhood. To me, this is a very awesome cartoon movie. Number 3, Ed, Edd n Eddy's Big Picture Show. Yet another cartoon finale makes it onto this list. And this cartoon finale is also a cartoon movie. And gosh, I really love Ed, Edd n Eddy's Big Picture Show. Ed, Edd n Eddy's Big Picture Show is very awesome in my opinion. Eddie's big brother appears in this movie. And he is not too nice to Eddie or the other kids in the cul-de-sac. I also find this movie to be funny. I find this movie to be really funny. I do really love Ed, Edd n Eddy's Big Picture Show. This movie also ends with Kevin, Sarah, Naz, Jimmy, and Rolf all becoming friends. They all become friends with Ed, also known as Double D, and Eddie. Overall, I really love Ed, Edd n Eddy's Big Picture Show. Number 2, The Ultimate Adventure, Come Along With Me from Adventure Time. Okay, so this is the last cartoon finale on this list. And, oh my gosh, I find it to be so sad. This episode is definitely one of my absolute favorite episodes in animation history. This episode made me so sad to the point where I cried a lot after watching it. I love Adventure Time, and it really does make me, I find it to be really sad. I find this episode to be really sad. I find this episode to be both very awesome and very sad. This episode has what I consider to be one of the best animated final battles ever. This episode also has scenes that take place 1,000 years in the future. Scenes involving these two characters named Shermie and Beth. I find this finale to be really sad. It has a lot of death. It has a lot of deaths in it. It has Princess Bubblegum and Marceline kissing each other, the treehouse being demolished, Betty sacrificing herself. I was really amazed when I first saw this episode. The day this episode came out, I was getting really excited, and man, was I not disappointed. To me, this episode is so awesome, that it lost out to only one Like, it lost out, like, to me this episode is so awesome to the point where it lost out to only one pick on this list. Number 1, Dragon Ball Z Wrath of the Dragon. Another anime movie makes this list. Dragon Ball Z Wrath of the Dragon is probably my favorite movie ever. I really love this movie. Like, I think that this movie has great action in it, a great plot. Man, I love this movie so much. As a fan of the Dragon Ball franchise, I love this movie so much. The villain of Dragon Ball Z Wrath of the Dragon is named Hirudegarn. And I love how the Z fighters fight against him. Like, I love how Goku, like, destroys Hirudegarn with Dragon Fist! I also really like how this movie ends, with Tapion giving Trunks his sword. Like, Dragon Ball Z Wrath of the Dragon is definitely one of my favorite Dragon Ball movies ever. So yeah, I do really love this movie. Like, one of my favorite scenes in this movie is when Goku destroys Hirudegarn with Dragon Fist. I do really love that scene. Like, I think that is a very awesome scene. And in my opinion, Dragon Ball Z Wrath of the Dragon is better than The Ultimate Adventure Come Along With Me from Adventure Time by like 1 or 2 inches. So yeah, I think Dragon Ball Z Wrath of the Dragon so deserves the number 1 spot on this list. It so deserves the number 1 spot on this list in my opinion. Well, that's it. Well, that is it, everyone. Bye, and thanks for watching.